I want to own things, right? That comb belongs to me. Or if I put my food on the coffee table, that's mine and you better not touch it, right? So now I want to throw that energy out to this environment and let him know that I'm controlling that. So what I'll do is, we'll just walk out. I don't care whether he's behind me or not, but I want to make him feel a certain way in this environment. Hey, this is mine. All of it. Yeah, that's right. You see that tree? That's mine. You see that branch right there? So, whatever I do and say, he's got to figure that out. It's a submissive mindset. So now I don't force him to walk behind me. He's behind me. So I'm controlling all of this. Right? Then I say, I put the leash down. That's my dog. You see this guy? This is mine. And what does he do? He associates that with this. He says, I don't want any parts of that. I need safety. Film this guy. Film him. I need safety. Can you help me? Right? You say nothing. Leave him in that state of mind, and the dog says, oh, this is what you want. Because you didn't say that I was wonderful. Right? You said nothing when I'm doing this. And that's what I mean by claiming this. We have a tendency to think that when we're walking, that we can't control the other person, the other dog, the environment, the trash truck, the leaf blowing, that we can't control any of that. All we have to do is throw our energy out into the environment, and our dog will associate its behavior with what you're doing. Only if you tell your dog what you don't like. You have to practice that. So when I start talking like that, he says, what do I need to do for you? And he falls right in line. Then we don't even have to tell him to walk behind us. He suddenly remembers everything that he needs to do. And there we are.
Right. And then it's just getting over the human psychology part of like, I'm doing this and perhaps acting like a crazy person to my neighbors for safety and for the preservation of my dog.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why it's important in this group that we're working with. I want to show people how to help other people. Because if we look at this as an individual thing, then we will never be successful. It's like you and I both go to the shelter to get a dog. And we're both there. I may see you there. You got a dog, I got a dog. One day I see you out in the street. My dog is ranting at your dog. And you're like, oh my gosh, get away from me. You got a bad dog. My dog is good. I don't want... We started off together. Why not work together? It takes everyone together working to make this work. Because if I'm telling my dog to be a certain way, but then my dog sees that person that's not participating in the world collectively, then they feel the separation, which can create distress. But if they see that that person is acting like you, then they can get it together. You see? Because now they're only focusing on one thing. I was talking earlier today about dogs and the difference with humans. If you were to go over to that pole and pick up something that I left there, and there was activity going on over here, you would never have to look over there. You just take it all in, go do what you have to do, and come back. And I say, hey, when you went over there, what did you notice? A guy was getting on the bus, a person was walking, they had a child, blah, blah, blah. The dog is different. They've got to look at that person, look at the person with the child. Individually, they don't take it all in. They have that tunnel vision, so they get distracted. The only time that they can take it all in is when you're in a situation where there's many people and they have to spread it out over everybody, then they become calm. Then if there's just one person, they take all that energy and they focus it on that one person. That's how their brain works, you know? So we have to understand that their brain works that way and then be able to step in because we know and then produce what we want. You know? I know this dog wants to focus on anything that's moving, that one little thing. It's going to give all the attention, but I got to control even that. See? And then they say, okay, I know how I'm supposed to be. I'm actually teaching them how to learn a different behavior. You see? And that's what we have to do when we get dogs that have come from the shelter who are within the ages of 1.5 to 2, whose lives have all been interfered with, living in a certain way and everyone doing it the same way, that they can't help but be who they are. You know? So if we want to change them, then we have to be different, and that way of being different is to think like nature thinks. We can think the way nature thinks. It's easy for them to understand.